Now let's start with the interview preparation. Let's start with part 1. So the first question any interviewer will ask you, what is Linux? So actually, I recommend you, before we start, I want you to see the question, try answer it, and then see the answer yourself, okay? So actually this will give you a better idea and better understanding and better preparation for the interview, okay? So the answer is Linux is Unix-based operating system. Linus Torvalds first introduced it, and actually Linux is a kernel, as we mentioned before. It is a GNU Linux that makes the kernel with the GNU free software. So it is an open source operating system that was designed to provide free and low cost operating system for the computer users. Now, the second question, what is the difference between Unix and Linux? Please try answer it. Yeah, Unix was originally started as proprietary operating system for Bell Laboratories, which later released their commercial version. While Linux is a free, open source, and non-proprietary operating system for the mass uses. Okay, now this is just the full answer, okay? Actually, you can just say anything, but be prepared. What is Linux kernel? Linux kernel is low-level system software. It is used to manage the hardware resources for the users. It provides an interface for user-level interaction. Is it legal to edit Linux kernel? Yes, you can edit Linux kernel because it is related under General Public License, GPL, and anyone can edit it. It comes under the category of free and open source software. So yeah, it is legal. What is Lilo or Lilo? So Lilo is a bootloader for Linux. It is used to load the Linux operating system into the main memory to begin its operations. So it is the bootloader for the Linux system. What is the advantage of open source? Open source facilitates you to distribute your software, including source codes, freely to anyone who is interested. So you can add features and even debug correct errors of the source code. Now, what are the basic components of Linux? Just like any operating system, Linux has all components like kernel, shells, GUIs or graphical user interface, system utilities, and applications program. What is the advantage of Linux? Every aspect comes with additional features, and it's provide a free downloading facility for all codes. So this is one of the advantage of Linux. By the way, this is not just the absolute answer. You can answer everything, but this is one of the suggested answers that will make the HR or the interviewer, let's say actually the interviewer, the technical interviewer, more interested about you. So you know your stuff. Define the shell. So it is an interpreter in Linux. So like you put your commands on it and it will start giving us the short output. Name some shells that are commonly used in Linux. The most commonly used shell in Linux are Bash, C shell, K shell, B shell or BSH. Name the Linux that designed by the Sun Microsystems. It is Solaris. Solaris is the Linux of the Sun Microsystems. Name the Linux loader. So yeah, the Linux loader by default or the most original one is Lilo or Lilo is the Linux loader. Okay, so we have grub actually, and this is what we want to ask about it, or they may ask about it, which is the difference between Lilo and grub. So the main difference between grub and Lilo or Lilo is that grub can be used for various operating systems, while Lilo or Lilo is used only for the Linux operating system. Okay, I will see you in the next lecture. We will talk about the part 2. Thanks for watching.